Hey guys, welcome back again to another video you guys are not expecting. Anyways, in today's video I'll be talking about Canada study visa package inclusive of documentation. I know I've always told you guys that documentation has always been a big deal in visa application. In fact, I'm making another subsequent video, but I'm just smiling in this video. So I'm going to be dividing it into two steps or two stages, right? The first one is step 1 and next one is step 2. So step 1 is the admission stage where you apply for admission and all of that. Second stage. So the thing is, when I was actually asking him that why did he have to split it like that, and like I told you guys, this guy has more experience than me in this agency work. He has been doing it and all of that. Because left to me, the one I posted then for that registered Canada Kinikon, you guys know I combine together. It was like some people might just want admission from you, some people might just come for visa application alone and anything. So you can actually mail the school and get admission yourself, then you should come for visa application, or you should just get admission, then you should go and meet another person, go for visa application. So depend. So that's why we're splitting it into two, so that any category you fall into, it is totally fine. So for step one is admission process. So how much is the service charge for admission process? So there are actually two service charge. There was one if you want a school that is postgraduate work permit eligible, and if you want a school that is not postgraduate work permit eligible. So if you want a school that is not postgraduate work permit eligible, the service charge is 200k and is inclusive of your application fee that you pay to the school. 200k service charge is a one-time payment. But if you want a school that is postgraduate work permit eligible, there is list of DLI institution, like when you finish they'll give you postgraduate work permit, the service charge is 400k and is a one-time payment as well. And this one as well is a one-time payment as well. Yes, it's a one-time payment, and it also includes your application fee as well. So like I said, the admission stage is two ways. If you want a DLI institution, like a school that when you graduate they'll give you postgraduate work permit, your fee is 200k and is inclusive of your application fee. But if you want a school that has DLI, that when you graduate they will give you work permit. Sorry, I think I did not hear myself. If you want a school that when you graduate they will not give you postgraduate work permit, your money is 200k. If you want a school that when you graduate that they will give postgraduate work permits, your money is 400k. So the option is yours. Meaning of DLI institution means that these institutions, they're actually eligible for postgraduate work permits, right? But then why would you actually be going to a country like Canada and postgraduate work permit is not in your top list? I don't understand that. But if you feel like you have any other reason for going to an institution that is not DLI, I don't know, our ask is to apply. But me as a Japa queen, I'm just, why do you want to use your hands and enter inside something that you know that in future you're gonna earn, right? And that's why I told you that that's why I actually partner with this guy, because he will tell me how it is. Imagine the other agents have consulted in the past and everything. Nobody will split it for you and say if you want postgraduate work permit, if you don't want postgraduate, they'll just get your admission, and then when you now graduate you will now see shaky. And aside that, you know, there are some schools that you can even think that they are DLI eligible, but there are some courses that they are not even DLI eligible. You can see an institution, maybe they have mass com Kinikon. You can go and study Kinikon there, but when you graduate, home office will be telling you that Kinikon that you studied is not eligible for postgraduate work permit. So it's not just you seeing a school that is DLI. Be sure that the course that you want to do is eligible for postgraduate work permit. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So that's the scenario like the guy is trying to give, because so many international students actually fall into this trap. They don't actually know this, or once they just see that, they just go to DLI list of DLI institutions, they say, oh, I've seen this college, that's all. They will not check if that course is actually accredited or if that course is eligible for postgraduate work permit. So it's not a course you see in a DLI institution that you study. Just like for example in Nigeria, even NUC, Nigeria University Commission, they made this, was it last year, that many courses in Nigerian universities are not accredited, even for UI or this, because the thing is, accreditation takes time. It has stages. Like for some school, like for example, if I have a university now, before they were able to accredit my school, first of all, I have to have a first graduate. One person has to graduate first, and before that person, when that person graduates first, if they come and they are not satisfied with maybe the condition of the school, the laboratory, all those things, they will still not give me accreditation. So those people who don't graduate, you don't say their own, don't be that. So this is me telling you invariably, don't think that it's just Nigeria that has accreditation problem. There are so many schools even outside the country, not only Nigeria or African university, that they used to run people straight. So for the fact that you see that, oh, for example, University of Benin is accredited, University of Kinikon is accredited, check that your course, are you sure is accredited? Another example is, I know of this very popular private university in Nigeria. Most of their courses are, I've told you people that story before. If I was just a normal random person, once I see that, oh, this university is accredited, I would have just gone to study the course. But then I had to dive right deep into it, look for that organization, look for that institution, only for me to find out that they even issued disclaimer that if you go and study this course in this university, you're on your own. But the thing is, not many people will see. Even the day I visited the university and I was seeing the people that were about to get, I'm just looking at them like, hey, when you people finish, do you know where you are going next? Do you know? Because the person that is to give you license inside this Nigeria, they say that they did not see this your university. Because there's a difference between accreditation in progress, right? That okay, this thing, and they are nothing at all. Like it's not even similar. Like they are different English. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So this is me telling you that for the fact that a school, there's a difference between a school is accredited and a course is accredited. So get that right. So that's the first stage I've explained to you, and it's full payment. So this one, whether you're married, whether you're single, like I told you, the guy I'm partnering with, we don't charge per family. We know they do 5 in a family, you pay this, or 10 in a family. We do not discriminate because we are family loving people, right? So whether you're a family, whether you're single, we do not care. It's main applicants that we have business with, we apply for everybody, right? So the step 2 is tuition deposit. So he told me your tuition deposit can vary from 500 Canadian dollars to 1,500 Canadian dollars. Those are the schools that he's working with. So, but the thing is, I was not asking him if you can choose. He said yes, you guys can choose, but it was like, no, you people cannot choose like that. Because what was the reason that he gave? No, I think he gave one reason. Right? So, but the thing is, if you come and apply, I'll tell him, please, let's target. Because, for example, you might want a school that the deposit is 500 Canadian dollar, but they should not have your course, or they should not have intake again, or they should not, anything, this thing. So just have like an open mind between 500 this thing. And again, that thing, it was trying to explain some things that before I used to allow people to do that. Some people, once you get admission for them, they'll say, their friends say, their clinicals say, you can choose. Oh, I don't know, Sha. I don't know. But maybe the schools that is working with, he listed the schools for me. Is it okay? So if they're actually top schools. They come. He listed the schools for me. I have University of Waterloo, Trent University, Lombard, Shaquanstan, Regina, Cornerstone. I did not finish writing. Just listed those schools for me. And when he was listing those schools, they were schools that I'm actually familiar with. Even before without doing Canada, this thing, there are schools that I know, like Swanesia, Shaquanstan, University of Virginia, University of Waterloo. They're actually popular schools that that Nigerians they go this place where we're like popular school. So your tuition deposit is between 500 to 1,500. So once your admission letter is out, it will be stated there that you pay your tuition deposit / acceptance letter, something like that. But it will be deducted from your So after paying that money, and that one you're not paying to also. For example, let's say he actually assisted you to get admission in University of Waterloo. Once you've seen your this like this, you see the letter, you can go to University of Waterloo yourself, go and check their tuition deposit. That's like, is your hand you used to pay your tuition deposit, you're not paying it to us, so that nobody will come and say you took money, you can't come. It is your hand you used to pay your tuition deposit yourself, and it's between the schools that I've listed or the ones he's working with. Tuition deposit is between 500 Canadian dollars to 1,500 Canadian dollars in between. And you know that Canadian dollar is not up to USD. Canadian dollars $1,500. If you convert it, 1,500 times how much is Canadian dollars now? I think it's not even up to 800k. Let's even say anything less than 1 million is your tuition deposit. So just prepare between, and you're paying this money yourself when you pay directly to the school with your own hand, right? So after you've paid your tuition deposits, right, they will now give you unconditional letter, something like that, that okay, you've satisfied the admission requirements and everything. They now give you admission letter and all of these things. That's when you now apply for visa. So at this stage, you can decide to apply on your own, or you can meet your agent or anyone. So the stage 3 is visa application process, right? And this visa application process, it categorized it into two stages. There are some people that they have their documents, just like I said in my video, and there are some that the only thing that they have is international passport and passport photograph. So if you know that you have your documents, you have your bank statement, maybe you have sponsor, like you be OG cash, your bank statement, your everything top notch, everything complete. You don't need anybody's help. As in documents, the amount of money that you are paying for your visa application is 1.2 million naira. So payment plan is 1 million first and then 200k after, something like that. It's almost like 1.2, right? Because from the money to actually be doing police clearance for you, they'll be writing statement of purpose for you, why you want to study that course, why did you choose it, all those things. It will be the one to actually write that statement for you and other this thing, right? So the next stage is people that they do not have documents. The only thing that they have is international passport. There's no bank statement, there's no anything, right? The money is actually 2 million naira, right? And it includes all documents that you actually need. Then after that, you see the money I've actually mentioned, it actually includes medicals, visa fee and everything for main applicants alone. So if you are applying with your family, you will pay their visa fee on your own. So this calculation, it made it based on single applicants, right? It's not, the only difference is maybe if you're a family of 5 and you want to go with you want to go with 4 dependents, the only difference is the visa fee of those 4 people, the medicals of those 4 people, and clinical of those 4 people, you pay to the embassy yourself. The only one that we are doing for you is main applicants, but we are not charging you anything extra. We will apply for you as your children with dependents. Do you understand that? So this is me saying, for the visa application stage, the first one is if you don't have your document, if you have all your document, bank statements and all of those things, right? If you have your bank statements, your money is 1.2 million naira, and it includes your police character, your proof of fund, your police character, your medicals, your biometric, all those things. It includes everything. But if you're having extra dependents, you will pay the money for those your extra dependents on your own. I hope you understand that. And that's why I said the initial deposit is like 1 million naira first, then 200k when your visa is out. And that's because you have to pay for medicals, you have to pay for your biometric, and the police character certificate and everything. Of course you have to pay. Nobody's gonna use their money for you, right? But then step 2 is people that they don't have bank statement at all. You know, say the view thing for Canada study visa is bank statements. That's the first problem, bank statements. And it's always good if the bank statement is more personalized, whether in your name or in your nuclear family, because where issue is to come from study visa is if they say my uncle is going to sponsor me, can come, that's where Canada will say okay, so they prefer that money should be in your account. So that's why it's always better to have bank statements to yourself, but then in your cover letter you explain how the money came about. But all embassies, they prefer to be seeing that money in your account in your name than to be saying my father is even still fair, my uncle, brother, sister, auntie, that's when Canada will say, oh, okay. I hope you understand that. So if you have your bank statement, your money is 1.2 million naira, and you pay 1 million first, 200k when your visa is out, and that 1.2 million, it includes your medicals, your police character, your all of that documents, anything. No, not all of that document. You just told me it includes medicals and police character. right? And then cover letter that you write. Whereas other agencies, they will tell you to go and write cover letter. So you'll be just write cover letter for you. That aspire to aspire. Then the second stage of people is people that don't have bank statements. So your money is actually 2 million naira, and then your initial deposit is almost like you're even paying 2 million naira. Because so for people that don't have documents, their total fee is 2 million naira, and your initial deposit is like 1.5 or 1.7 or thereabouts, and it covers for your bank statements, police character, all those other documents that you want. So the major difference between applicants 1 and applicant 2, the major difference between the 1.2 and 2 million is bank statements. Because like I told you, when it comes to study visa, the number one problem is bank statements. That's the number one issue that used to cause visa, number one problem that used to cause visa denial. So most, like I said, most time they prefer if that bank statement is in your personal name, right? But then you can actually explain the fund. But you saying somebody wants to sponsor you, or you used to one load you, like they prefer that is aside maybe scholarship or loan, all of those things. So, and even at that, they prefer the name should be in your, this thing should be your name. Like instead of using, what I'm saying is it's better to use your own bank statement or your information rather than using another person's own. That this is my uncle's bank statements, and they feel kind of reluctant. They prefer the money should have been in the account or process of being with an evidence. I don't even know how I will take explainer. I hope you, just like that alternative to bank statement that I explained, that there is this paper that is going to be in your name, that you just feel like they are paying you in advance. That one is more realistic. They accept that one. But you saying a third party is keen, and you know that if you're saying your uncle wants to sponsor you, you have to show what's the relationship between you and your uncle. Has it been in your life? Has he been sending you money before? Has it been, so many proof to show that true, this man, he go give you that kind of thing. That one is another long journey to start proving your relationship with that person. You claim to be your uncle, your cousin, your auntie. So when it comes to application, I don't even advise you to be using uncle, auntie. Make use of, if you can use your father, your mother, your blood brother, better to use yourself. Is always, that's just like the best bet. Then you write a letter to explain how you came about the money. Even if now your uncle or auntie wants sponsor you, let them credit you the money, then explain that this is what they give you. But when they not credit you and you're using auntie, brother, uncle, there's high chances that they are going to deny the visa. So for those that fall into the 2 million category, they did not have bank statements. So the bank statement is actually going to be in their name. But then we are going to write this cover letter, aspire to aspire, how you came about the money, which includes that one that I told you guys about. That one, you understand? So it's going to include that letter, how you got the money and everything. So that's why. So that's why I'm just saying, if you don't have documents or this thing, it's better to opt for. I don't know. I hope you've gotten what I've said and everything. So I feel like this video is actually explanatory enough. If you need anything different, you can, like, if you need any more information, you can actually send a mail, you can actually send a DM, and even at that, I'll be charging you a consultation fee, because I feel like this video is explanatory enough. So guys, I'll be guys to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye for now.